Good afternoon. Welcome to the House of Common Sense. I don't want to take up too much of your time today. I know some of y'all are busy and you don't have time to listen to a small time YouTuber like me. Today, I want to speak on Young Thug. All right, now, that's a hell of a name to call yourself a young thug. That name is jacked up from the beginning, especially when we start talking about law enforcement. All right, that's a hell of a name to have, Young Thug. Don't ever expect a criminal to have any type of loyalty towards you. Hmm? Please stop expecting criminals, all right, that was in the gang with you to have any type of loyalty for you when the shit hit the fan. When you're dealing with criminals, every man for himself and God for us all. A third gangbanger, a stepper, a drug dealer, a gang member, they don't have no loyalty because if they did have loyalty, they wouldn't be doing the things that they do. Hmm? Now, I know that with gangs, you'll have a street code. Don't cooperate with the police. Okay? Whatever you do, don't cooperate with the police.
Guys, I've been waiting for this all week.
Okay? That's the code. Don't cooperate with the police. Don't say nothing to the police about nothing, regardless, regardless of the situation. All right? You don't cooperate with the police. Well, does that code really stand up when you are back there in that interrogation room with that white boy? and he telling you how much time you're facing if you don't cooperate. Hmm? You already in jail, huh? Cause you ain't got no bond money. Hmm? Or they won't let you out on bond because they may think that you're a flight risk. So you can't get no bond. Hmm? And you sitting in jail. And if you don't cooperate, you're gonna be sitting in jail for a long, long time. Hmm? In some of those circumstances, loyalty or taking a blow for the home team go out the window. Hmm? Y'all got started being arrested. Uh, Members of the YSL started being arrested right before Thanksgiving. Now you can't go to the Thanksgiving dinner with the family, but you locked up. Can't go to the cookout. Can't hang out with the boys. Hmm? Can't smoke them blunts. Can't ride around and bullshit no more. Hmm? You can't get no pussy. All right. Here, here come Christmas, and you in jail. Can't go to the Christmas party. Hmm? Can't shoot them fireworks. Hmm? You don't get to eating none of your mama or your grandmama or Christmas dinner. You jacked up. Why? Because you're a criminal. You want to be a gangster. All right. You want to have a reputation on the street as being a gangster, a gang member, a stepper, a gangbanger. See, Scripture said that the wages of sin is death. So what you earn through sin will eventually kill you. Now, there's several types of death. Doesn't always mean that you're going to die physically. Hmm? When you're locked up, your freedom is dead. Hmm? All your production that you would have been able to produce, whether it be good or bad, is dead. Hmm? See? So you sitting, it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. You sitting in a jail cell. Now, that white boy done told you what you facing if you don't cooperate. You tired of being in jail. That's done got old. You won't go home. And he offer you a plea deal. So you can go home today. Uh, Now you're gonna be on probation for a while. Hmm? You might have to do a little bit of community service, but if you cooperate with us, you can go home today. You done been sitting in jail now for about 90 days. Hmm? So the members of YSL who got locked up behind a bunch of gang banging, they probably got a couple of bodies out there that they done knocked off. A couple of members decided that they would take the plea. They'll take the plea bargain. They would cooperate with law enforcement. Can you blame them? Gunna said, I'm gonna tell it. Hmm? I don't want to be locked up for no 15 years, no 20 years. Because the white boy already told you, said, now, you can go to trial if you want to. That's up to you. But I can guarantee you that if they find you guilty, they're going to throw the max. You're going to get the maximum sentence, all right, that we can find. Yeah, you're going to get the max. Now, if you cooperate with us, answer some questions, all right, if you're willing to testify, all right, about this organization, you go home today. Hmm? So you said, well, let me sit on it for a while. Give me a day or so. And you don't call your mama and your daddy and your sisters and your brothers and your aunties and okay? And you don't talk to your lawyer and everybody's saying that might be the best thing to do. Unless you want to be sitting in prison for about 10 or 15 years. If I was you, I'd go on and take a pill. So Ghana decided that, okay, I'm gonna tell. But see, you got to understand how law enforcement work. You got to understand how them feds work. They always, most of the time, looking for the top man. Who's the top man? Everybody started pointing their finger at Young Thug hmm, as being the boss. Well, that's who the feds want. That's who the DA want. They want the top dog. So Ghana done said that YSL is gang related. Hmm? And you know, the feds already know that there's some bodies out there. The state and the Fed already know that there's some bodies out there that y'all responsible for. So Garner said, I'm going to tell. I'm going to cooperate. Can you blame it? Yeah, I'm going home. Yeah, I want me some pussy. Yeah. I want to sit back. Yeah. Watch Super Bowl. By the time the Super Bowl come on. Yeah. Playoff is happening. Yeah. Mm. I ain't- I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell it. Can you blame me? All right. Now you look at another scenario similar to this one. Gangster Williams. Hmm? The man was sentenced to life plus 20 years. He served 23. You know how hard it is to serve 23 years in prison. I can imagine he had some tough time because I served 3.5 back in the 70s. Hmm? And there were tears in my eyes on many a days. All right. I saw a lot of stuff went down that I didn't like, didn't agree with, but I couldn't do anything about it. I saw people got took advantage of. All right. And it was sad to me, but I couldn't get myself involved because I would have got jacked up. See, it's a different world when you're behind them bars. Hmm? I stayed on parole for 5 years. Hmm? If I had to mess up, I had to go back and do 3 to 5 more years. You got to call that white boy when you're on parole and probation to do some things that you want to do. When I wanted to go see my mama, I had to call him and say, "Look, I want to go see my mama. Where your mama live at? Horry County. Hmm? How far is that? About 200 miles. I was living in North Carolina. And what state is that? I said, that's in South Carolina, not too far from Myrtle Beach. How long you gonna be there? Well, I'm gonna leave out Friday, and I'm coming back Sunday afternoon because I got to go to work Monday morning. Who you going with? Ask all them damn questions. You got to answer them damn questions. Although, or he can say, no, you can't leave out of state. Hmm? No. But I had a cool parole officer, and at that particular time, you didn't have to pay to be on probation or parole. Now you got to pay. So Ghana said, well, shit, I'd rather be on probation for 10 years and be on the street than to spend 15 years in prison. Can you blame him? Hit Gangster Williams been down for 23 years and they offer him a plea deal to help us solve these murders right here. If you can help us solve these murders right here, we believe that you know something about them. Tell us what you know. Hmm? And we'll let you go home. You've been down for 23 years. I know you're tired of being in prison. Cooperate with us. Hmm? And he did. Can you blame him? Hmm? See, when you come down to criminals, criminals are loyal. Their loyalty lies where it benefits them, not you. Most of the time, that's where their loyalty lies. Don't expect them to be loyal to you. All right. When it come down to jail time, okay, pussy and money, don't expect loyalty to be a part of that, especially when you're dealing with criminals. A criminal ain't don't have no loyalty, because if he did, he wouldn't be a criminal. So Gangster Williams told on folks that was already dead. Hmm? Yeah, because when the shit really hit the fan, Gangster Williams was about the only one left standing. Okay, most of the people in this circle was dead due to that lifestyle that they was living. So he was about the only one standing. Hmm? A lot of his circle got taken out while he was down. He was down for 23 years. And see, sometimes you need to place yourself in other people's shoes. You've been down for 23 years and you got a chance to go home. Shit, I'm going home. Let the chips fall where they may. All right. Now, I want y'all to hear what Lil Boosie had to say about what Gangster Williams done. See, that gangster code, all right, is that you're supposed to take a blow for the home team. Now, you have to ask yourself a question. Since a lot of young thugs members or associate, all right, decided to take a pill, hmm? Yeah, they decided to take a plea deal, all right. Will Young Thug take a deal, or will they offer him a deal? If they don't offer him a plea bargain, then that's their target. Hmm? A lot of others, they're gonna get off with just a slap on the hand. This is Bootsy on the Vlad show, where he go off on Birdman brother Terrence Gangster Williams about cooperating with the police. I don't own the rights to this video. This video is owned by Vlad.
Shout out to Beyonce.
Why are you showing me that?
Why not? Wouldn't you want to see that if you hadn't seen it yet?
Yeah, but I don't want to comment too much. You know, she got a husband, man. You got to show a line of respect for her.
Yep.
You know, you got to show love.
Well, I recently did an interview with Terrence Gangster Williams, who's Birdman's half brother.
Yeah.
Now you know about it.
Yeah.
Now, when I put the interview out, originally, we did the interview, and I had a contact for Birdman, a guy that had reached out to me and said that Birdman wanted to do an interview, and he was just trying to wait until we were in the same city or whatever else. So when we did the interview, I reached out and said, "Hey, by the way, just giving y'all a heads up that I got an interview with Gangster."
Yeah.
You know, he don't say nothing negative about Birdman, nothing else like that, but just giving y'all a heads up when it comes out. That set off a chain of events of basically me and Birdman got on the phone together.
Okay.
And Birdman was very respectful. He basically said, "Listen, I'll fuck with you. I respect you. You know, we could do some business later on, but what you got going on with that dude ain't got nothing to do with me. So just basically, whatever y'all got to go over there, that's y'all's business." The interview came out, and there's been a lot of chatter about it. Now, you yourself heard some things and know some things about Gangster.
I don't know no things. I heard.
You heard some things.
Yeah.
What have you heard?
I heard he was real respected. You know, from me hearing about him and all those songs, you know, I had a special kind of respect for him as me being a G. I had a special rep for him, how people would rep his name and how people would rep his name.
Yeah, I mean, BG was named after him.
Yeah.
He was Gangster and BG was Baby Gangster.
Yeah. From what I know, he had a lot to go with a lot of things that was going on in the city.
Oh yeah, I mean, he was part of the original Hot Boys. The street crew, the Hot Boys, and they had New Orleans on fire.
Yeah.
A lot of shootings, just a lot of mayhem during that time.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't know until we really did the interview was that when he came out, Birdman really wasn't messing with him. And BG had a problem with him as well. And from his point of view, it's because while he was locked up, he got life plus 20. And during the course of him doing the bid, he cooperated on a couple of murders that his friends did who were already dead themselves. And his rationale was, yes, I cooperated, but I'm not putting anyone in prison. These dudes are already passed away. They can't be charged with anything, and I'm doing life plus 20, and this could potentially help me.
Oh, and I also gave him some murders with Sterling and Dooney. So some of my people that I'm at odds with now, even BG was upset about it too, because they was like, "Man, you tell it on the dead." I didn't look at it like at the time. I was like, well, this is a way I can get up out of prison. I'm not testifying on no one. I'm gonna give them this here. They're gonna cut my time. Cool, but
Birdman didn't see it that way. According to the interview, Birdman said, we all sat down at the table when we made these rules, and you chose to break those rules. I mean, number one, do you think cooperating about someone who's dead, is that considered snitching in your book?
Yeah, of course.
Why is that?
And how you know did he show you paperwork on it?
Well, I had actually looked up some of the things. So some of the stuff that he was saying, was based on.
I wouldn't believe that Vlad that he just did that and all that. Like, he's not what he gonna get for that? Like, I don't believe that. I had a real respect for Gangster and the stories I heard about him, but that shit leave with me. I have no type of respect for him anymore.
You had no respect for man, all right, who want to get up out of prison. Now, you ain't in prison. You free. Now, from some of the things I heard about you, you should be in prison. All right? So you wanted Gangster Williams to lay down like Lil Marlo Mike did. See? Now, Lil Marlo Mike was a stepper. But who he was stepping for? Lil Marlo Mike was a stepper. But who was he stepping for? All right? And he laid down. He laid down. Huh? Lil Marlo laid down. All right? Why did he lay down? Why did Lil Marlo Mike lay down? It didn't turn state evidence. When you look up Marlo Mike on Google, Boosie Badass face pops up too. And even one or two reasons why a gangster or stepper don't take a plea bargain. And the one reason why could be that he's scared of what might happen afterward. And the second reason is he's a stone gangster. Let's listen to what else Boosie had to say about that situation with Terrence Williams.
Had for him, that was because of all the stories and all that. But once you go that route, I dismiss you from my legend book and X you out.
Well, let's just say the story is true. So, like I said, I haven't seen the actual paperwork. And
you haven't seen the paperwork. He could be telling you that just to be telling you that on fucking camera.
Right.
You know, he about to set up 100 motherfuckers. You know, that's how that shit go, man. You stay solid, nigga. Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. That's just how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can take that gangster shit off your name, man. Real shit, man. That shit hurt me when I heard about that shit. You know, cause you know how all them niggas in that city stand up for gangsta in Angola, man. Them niggas talk highly of this man. You know, they stand on this nigga name. You know, and that shit hurting me to hear that nigga was out of jail and that nigga done got down. Cause them niggas in that city, they stand up behind that nigga. When I say Luke, when I rep Baton Rouge and all my niggas, they want to come up putting down and stand silent and put in work in the streets, they say gangster. That's one of the names they say. And that nigga fucked that up with real niggas in the penitentiary. And I say that then I stand on my word about that. That's why I got pissed off with them niggas in that city. They bowed down to that nigga. They speak highly of him and baby them. And that nigga fucked that up for them niggas. Now when the niggas say all niggas' names in BR, they ain't gonna be able to mention him. They gonna mention him with shit in his mouth. Cause the niggas hate rats up there cause every rat got him up there. But nigga ain't have to do that, nigga. You laid back forever, nigga. You straight. You just gotta lay down, nigga. And pray. He trying to be like Keith D.
You lay down forever and pray while everybody else having a good time. Everybody else having a good time. Lil Marlo Mike was getting ready to turn state evidence. But something happened and he changed his mind. There's rumors that Lil Marlo Mike was a stepper for Boosie Badass. Hmm? And there's about 6 bodies on Lil Marlo. Hmm? Okay, this shit went down when he was about 19. He's still in prison. Let me see how old Lil Marlo Mike is now. Okay? He was sentenced to life in prison. Hmm? At 20 years old. All right? They know he killed Terrence Boyd. Hmm? He was 20 years old. All right? He got convicted in 2013. This is 2023. He's been down for 10 years. If this information right here on Google is correct. The jury convict 20-year-old Marlo Mike, his name is Michael Loudon, of first-degree murder in April of October 2009, killing of Terrence Boyd. All right? Now, question is, did Lil Marlo Mike had beef with any of the people that he killed? Did he have beef with those people? Or was he stepping for somebody else? So can you really blame a man? Only a fool was set in prison for life knowing that he was stepping somebody else. But because he just want to be a gangster, or because he's afraid to tell who he was stepping for. Hmm? There's rumors that Marlo Mike family, remember his family got killed in Baton Rouge. Hmm? So Lil Marlo Mike might have been scared. He might have been afraid to cooperate with law enforcement on his charges. He was afraid to say who he was stepping for because of the power that those people had. So can you say Lil Marlo Mike had loyalty and that he took a blow for the home team? Well, if he did, that's what he did. But everybody ain't gonna lay down like Lil Marlo. Huh? Man, I wanna go home. Fuck this cold shit. All right. You at home, you having a good time. All right. And I gotta sit here for the rest of my life. Hmm? See, that's easy to say when you're not in that person's shoes. That's easy to say, well, I'll never cooperate with the police. That's easy to say when you're free. That's easy to say when you ain't back there in that interrogation room. Hmm? Who wants to spend the rest of their life behind bars? Who want to spend any time behind bars? Hmm? So my message to Young Thug, them niggas ain't gonna be loyal to you. Hmm? Most of them niggas, just like Charleston White said, they're gonna tell it. Hmm? They're gonna tell it. Because they want the ringleader. They actually want Young Thug. All right? And there might be something that he can come up with. Hmm? He might convince his lawyer. Hmm? He might tell something that he knows. Because see, a lot of folks want to do the crime. A lot of people do the crime. but they don't want to do time. See, they're finna to jack Young Thug up. He probably never see the streets again. All right, things are not looking good for him. Why? Because some of his people is turning state evidence against him. Hmm? Yeah, we gang related. Yeah, we been gang banging. Yeah, yeah, Young Thug is a ringleader. It's not looking good. But when you are involved with a bunch of criminals, don't expect them to be loyal to you. Hmm? Everybody, everybody gonna be out to save their own ass. Hmm? See, because self-preservation is the first law of nature. So there ain't no loyalty among gang members. There might be some loyalty until they get caught. Hmm? Until that white boy get them back to their interrogation room. See? How many of them got real lawyers? I ain't talking about a court-appointed lawyer. But see, a court-appointed lawyer never want to go to trial. A court-appointed lawyer is not a trial lawyer. Hmm? He's not a trial lawyer. Hmm? Most of the time, court-appointed attorneys, they don't go in front of a jury and fight the case for you because they fighting against their own system. Okay, a court-appointed attorney works for the state. He ain't no different than the judge or the DA or the assistant DA. They on the same court. They buddies. All of them sitting on the same bench. All right. His job is to try to talk you. His job is trying to talk you into taking a plea bargain. Hmm? His job is to try to get you to surrender to the charges that they want you to surrender to. That's his job as a court-appointed attorney. Yeah. His job is to make it easy for the state. Hmm? To make the person throw up his hand, say, all right, yo, okay. All right, I'll plead guilty to that. Okay. I'll cooperate if I get that. Because see, you're already guilty of something. So we're gonna make it a little bit easier for you. We already know you jacked up. We already got this evidence on you and that evidence on you. Huh? Yeah, we got wiretap on you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've been eavesdropping on your phone calls. See this right here? See this thing right here? Got a camera. You notice it got a camera on the front and the back. This thing right here can kill you. Every text and every conversation you have, it ain't no guarantee that somebody else is not listening at it. Hmm? Yeah. So they got some wiretaps. They got some telephone conversations that's gonna come into play during the trial. See, I don't think they offered Young Thug a plea deal. I don't think they offered him no plea bargain. Why? Because that's who they want. That's who they really want behind bars for the rest of his life. That's what they're aiming for. They're aiming to lock Young Thug up for the remaining of his life. Hmm? And the same thing would have happened to some other folks. If Lil Marlo Mike would have took a plea deal. See? A lot of times you can talk that shit when the shoe is not on the, and when the shoe is not on the other foot. Hmm? Yeah. You can say, yeah, you lay down forever and just pray. Shit. Hmm? Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna do that shit if they can do something else that'll make it lighter on them. Hmm. Yeah. So all that cold shit, that gangster cold shit, that shit ain't hitting on the hill of beans. When it come down where the rubber meet the road at, hmm? Yeah. Hmm? When we gonna throw the book at you, huh? Yeah, you facing 40 years. You wanna take it to trial? Come on. We got enough evidence. See, the state or the feds, they ain't going to trial unless they got you. When they go to trial, most of the time they got you. They got you. That's why they give you a chance to take a plea. Now, sometimes they'll shit you. Sometimes they shit you. Sometimes they ain't got shit on you. But you have to know how much shit they got on you, whether or not they can convict you or not if you take it. If you take it to trial. Because now everything is in the hands of 12, 12 more people besides the judge and the district attorney. So, I mean, my heart go out to you, Young Thug. I mean, but things are not looking good for you. All right. But see, being a gangster being a gang member, being a stepper. Or let's just boil it down to being a criminal, period, across the board, whatever you're doing. Most of the time, there's only two avenues. That's the jail cell or the graveyard. Hmm? And y'all young folks can try that lifestyle if you want to. Hmm? You want to be a thug? You want to be a gangbanger? You want to be a drug dealer? You want to be a stepper? Hmm? You want to be a gang member? Go ahead. But most of the time, hmm, there's two avenues. Yeah. One of them, you could end up graveyard dead. On the other, you end up behind bars for a long time. No more cookout. Can't go to cookout no more. Can't go to the club. Hmm? Can't drink none of that good liquor that y'all like to drink. Hmm? Can't go to the Thanksgiving dinner. Think about that. You could be going to the Christmas party. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to eat no more mama chitlins. Mama good old collard greens and ham hock. Hmm? And good old barbecue ribs and candy yams and macaroni and cheese. Hmm? Grandmama and your mama love to fix during holidays. Hmm? You're gonna be behind bars or either graveyard dead. Either one, all right, you don't get to really enjoy your life anymore. It's gone. Huh? You ain't be able to get no, you ain't be able to get no pussy. Yeah. That fine ass gal you've been hitting, you ain't be able to hit that no more. I might be getting some of that. Yeah. Yeah, old man like me might be getting some of that now. You locked up. Or you graveyard dead. Hmm? It's somebody else time to get the pussy. Yeah. You ain't be able to get no pussy behind bars. Mm-mm. You ain't be able to lay up in the hotel with your side piece. Nope. Yep. You ain't be able to get in that ride. Hmm? Go to the car wash, to go out there in the yard and wash it and clean it up on Friday afternoon. Yeah. You ain't be able to show off your ride. Nope. So you're gonna give up all of that to try to prove yourself or who you are to somebody? You want to be a gangster? You want to be a stepper? Hmm? You want to be a gang member? All gang members do is kill, and you're killing your own people. Gang members is gangs against their own people. Hmm? I ain't never known no gang member No black gang member to kill no white boy. I ain't even never know no gang member to even slap a white boy or white man or white woman. Hmm? The bullets in your gun is marked for another black man or black woman. Hmm? You got that gangster reputation. Well, where that reputation came from, where it worked from, what's the foundation of that reputation? I can tell you, you killing your own people. You're a gangster against your own. Hmm? You ain't a gangster against the Mexican. You ain't a gangster against the Hispanics. Hmm? You ain't a gangster against that foreigner. Hmm? You thudding and gang banging and bullying and being a gangster against your own. How jacked up is that? Hmm? I ain't never known a gang member the slap a damn Mexican or Hispanic, but you'll kill your own just like that. Yeah. So there ain't no loyalty among. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm gonna close with this, there ain't no loyalty among black people. Period. Black people is not loyal to each other. Hmm? It's either your ass or theirs. Yeah. They ain't gonna take no sacrifice for you. Hmm? They ain't gonna set up in no prison 20 or 30 years for you. If they can make their burden lighter, that's what's gonna happen. Hmm? Take it from old school, 6 to 8 year old. I've been black all my life. Hmm? They offered me a plea bargain. Hmm? When I got locked up in 1973. Yeah, they offered me a plea bargain. I turned it down. Hmm? There wasn't nobody involved in the crime but me. I wanted to go to prison. I didn't want to go back on the street. Prison was safer for me than the streets. That's why I didn't take the plea bargain. Because I done hurt somebody's family member. And I hurt him bad. Put him in the hospital. Had him drinking soup. Yeah. Yeah, I fucked up their daddy. And he had four sons that wanted to get hold of my ass for me fucking up their daddy. Yeah. But their daddy had cut me. Their daddy put some stitches in me. Hmm? And ran. I couldn't catch his ass. Hmm? Yeah. But when I did caught up with it, it wasn't nobody but me and him. And he was on. like a goddamn pot of ham hocks and neck bone. Yeah. And I called in Stump Johnson. Yeah. Once I got him down, I stomped his ass. I stomped him and kicked him. Hmm? And left him laying there and went on about my business. And he told the damn police that I robbed him to try to make the charges stick. Hmm? He robbed me. I'm just took from him. He took $100 off of me. I ain't took nothing off of that man, but I did kick his ass. But I didn't rob him. I didn't want to rob him. He didn't have. He was a poor man. Only thing I wanted to do was kick his ass, and that's what I did. And since I wouldn't take the plea bargain, the judge threw the book at me. Hmm? No less than 6, no more than 8, running concurrent. Yeah, I ain't take no plea bargain. It was better for me going to prison at that particular time than to be out on the street. Yeah, they wanted me to plead guilty to assault and battery. Well, that's basically all it was, and take 6 months. Come on back out on the street. I re, I, re, I, re, I rejected that plea bargain. By the time I got on the street, hmm, well, it was a whole different world. A lot of that stuff was forgotten about. Yeah, and I went on a different side of town. A lot of time they didn't know I was out. Back then, they didn't gather the victims and the victim family, all right, and ask them what they're thinking about, what they think about this guy coming back on the streets. Hmm? But while I was in prison, my letters spoke. Yeah, yeah, I wrote. So by the time I did get on the street, everybody knew what the truth was. The truth is I just kicked his ass. I ain't took shit from him. Hmm? Yeah, but blood is always thicker than water. Yeah, that's my daddy. Yeah, you beat up my daddy. That's how the family looked at it. Regardless of what he had done to me previously, all they were looking at is that you damn near like you like to kill my daddy, and I did. Yeah, and I served time. I played my duty to society. And I promised myself that I wasn't going back, and I didn't. Come close to a couple of times, but I didn't. But the record still stands. It's still on my record. Hmm? There's some things that I can't do. Yeah, The charge went from, since I refused to plea bargain, which would have been a misdemeanor, I ended up with a felony. I was convicted of common law robbery rather than assault and battery. But I think if I had went back on the street, things would have got real ugly, and I might have not have been here today. Yeah. So I laid down, like Boosie said. I laid down, okay, and I prayed, and I'm still here. All right. Now, situation gonna be different with Young Thug. They ain't gonna offer him no plea deal. They want him off of the street. Period. All right. He'll be lucky, and this is just my opinion. I hope this don't happen, but he'll be lucky to get off with 40 years. Hmm? Because his own people is rising up against him because they don't have no loyalty for the game when it come down to their freedom. When it come down to being locked up. Hmm? See, you might have done stepped on some of these people's families that's in, in in prison, and you don't have to go in there with them. Hmm? Folks done heard about you in prison. Hmm? Word get around. Just because a person in prison, that don't mean they don't know what's going on in the streets. So some of them, a lot of his guys that was with him, they ain't want to go to prison. Hmm? You can run when you're on the street and sometimes get away. Not when you're in prison. Hmm? If they out to get you, hmm, they gonna get you. Ain't nowhere to hide. So it's a terrible thing. But the wages of sin is death. So that's my take on Young Thug and YSL. That's just my personal opinion on the situation. Hope none of y'all don't take this video personal. What I say today is just my opinion. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, leave your comments. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you want to talk. My line is always open at 336-392-3276. Y'all be blessed and happy New Year's to you from the House of Common Sense.